welcome, Crisis. Welcome to my podcast. I'm really
Ah,
glad to have you today.
yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
Are you good?
Yeah.
I understand.
Are
I
you
got.
good,
No,
buddy?
I am good. Don't worry, I am
Yeah,
good.
sure. Not as if like meditated.
Look. All right. How do you feel about joining me on my first episode of this podcast?
I feel like I need therapy.
I understand. I understand. I also
Mhm.
do.
I
Imagine though.
feel
Uh,
like I feel like in the end, anybody who's willing to hear this, I feel like our demographic would end up needing therapy.
yeah.
This is we are targeting this
Yep.
podcast to
Uh
these
huh.
people.
Yeah. Well, in this podcast, we're just gonna vibe. Okay, we're just gonna vibe. We're gonna talk about a lot of shit. You know.
We're just gonna talk shit.
No, we're not going to talk it.
We're talking
No,
shit.
no. I meant like we're just gonna talk a lot. That's it. We're just gonna, be
Uh,
comfy. It's a nights out podcast. It's
it's
for
bullshit.
everybody.
It's you know maybe to some
Mhm.
do I say viewers or listeners? What
Yeah.
are they viewing? They're
They're not viewing
audio.
anything.
So to the viewers of the audio,
Yeah.
maybe some of them.
Mhm.
Oh, somehow, if they listen to this, maybe it's not at night.
Yeah.
What do we do to them? Do we just say that they're kind of colorblind to the sky or something?
I know. What? Well, how have you been for the past couple of days, How have you been?
Um, I've been literally the best I've ever been.
Oh,
No.
okay. That's great.
No, I have not.
Okay, okay, okay.
I have been looking forward, but I was sick for like
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
past week.
yeah, I heard you
Uh,
had like flus.
you didn't just hear. I literally told
Yeah,
you about it.
you told me about
You
it.
didn't just hear about it.
Yeah.
Okay. You're talking about you're talking as if I'm sort of celebrity here. I mean,
I
thanks.
mean, you are a beautiful person overall. All right.
Shush.
So how do you feel about getting on to this channel? How do you feel about joining me on a video?
Honestly, I feel kind of happy because I've always
Mm-hmm.
wanted to just make content in
Yeah,
some way.
same.
I've had like a passion of just I've had a phase where I wanted to make animation channels, story time channels. I've
Yeah.
been stuck in my room, literally talking to myself as if I am filming a YouTube channel like a vlog. I think a lot of people have done that. Have you done that?
I
You
mean,
should.
I've been wanting to
Mm,
create content as well. It's just
yeah,
that I don't have the right equipment. But now
yeah.
like now I kind of do. So like
Let,
I'm just
not
happy.
the not the right equipment for the stuff we expected to
Mm,
make, but
yeah.
we're expecting to make some kind of content. We
True,
don't know if
true.
it's good or not, but
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna introduce myself. Oh, you know me already, obviously. But
No,
like
I don't actually. You just picked me off of the street.
I'll introduce myself to everyone. Hello, everyone. I am 12.
This is the greatest human being ever. You know your
No, no.
name.
I am the host of this podcast, and if
Uh-huh.
Crisis here is actually Crisis here is actually the co-host.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you said that before. I'm definitely the co-host. Okay,
Yep.
yeah, and
Honestly,
I am definitely his friend.
yeah, I really
Definitely.
want to thank Crisis. I want to thank you so much for for contributing to our channel by
Yeah.
by making my logo for this channel, and then like
Our. It's I'm
our,
the
yeah.
our. It's our.
Our logo for this
This
channel.
isn't the first time you betrayed me on this channel, and it's only been up for a day. You know what you did? You forgot to put me in the about section. You forgot to put
Okay,
me in the
okay,
goddamn description.
I did. Okay.
I am your co-host.
Okay, I apologize. Okay, I did forget to put you in
Exactly.
the
You
about.
better apologize. I need a twit. I need a
Oh
twit
no,
longer.
no,
I need a
no.
note apology. I need breathing, crying. I better see tissues in that video.
Oh,
All right. Heavy breathing at the start.
all right. So do you know what my future plans is for this channel?
Deleted.
No, no, no. Well, I really want to get big, with this channel, because
Oh,
like,
big.
no, because like, I've always wanted, I've always wanted to like make a podcast, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
my favorite podcast is Jumpers Jump. Pro,
Mhm.
props to you, Jumpers Jumps. I am a big fan of you,
Oh
and
my
like,
god, we're shouting out. Um, well,
uh,
props to us to shouting out a smaller creator.
no, no, but
I'm kidding,
well,
I'm
yeah.
kidding.
But like, I really love listening to Carlos talk about theories. If you don't know, Carlos is the host of the Jumpers Jump podcast.
I've never watched it, but
Yeah, you should listen to it sometimes.
yeah, you showed me it before.
Yeah, I showed
I
you
enjoyed it.
before.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said before, I've always wanted to uh make content and make a podcast, and I finally can do it now. So, yep.
How does it feel? How does it feel like you're making content?
Well,
Finally.
yeah, making content.
Especially with your favorite friend.
Yeah, I've uh,
Favorite friend.
totally. Well,
Oh, totally. Am I not your favorite?
no, no, it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Better
Okay.
be.
I've made content before, but it's like I wasn't consistent with it. I was like, it was more of having fun. I'm also having
Mhm.
fun making this podcast. It's just that like,
But serious
yeah,
fun,
it's more serious. I want this
dedication.
podcast to blow up. It's okay. I don't care how long it takes, if it takes years. So, yeah.
Hmm. I mean, as long as we're having fun with it,
Mhm.
you know, I feel like if you're making content,
Oh, no.
I feel like if you're making content
Yeah.
or if you're just making entertainment
Uh-huh.
and you're expecting growth or anything, I feel like you shouldn't put so much pressure on yourself and a lot of expectations because
Mhm.
um just seeing a lot of you see a lot of people and
Yeah.
they're at a point where they're already popular and then you think, oh, I wish I can be like them.
Yeah.
But when you do try it, you realize it takes a lot of time, so you end up losing faith in it.
True, true, true.
I feel like a lot of people who start doing content and just early content creators, I feel like people who do that, their main point is just popularity. There's no drive.
There's no fun to them.
Yeah,
They just want popularity. And I
they want the
honestly,
money.
I understand that they do. I also do. It's just that, I also want to have fun making
Mhm.
content,
Yeah.
because when I watch like many YouTubers, for example, like Corey Kenshin, you
Mm-hmm.
do you know Corey Kenshin?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
oops.
It's okay. Well, I just, like when I watch Corey Kenshin, I like I feel like I'm into that video. It's just so much vibe. It's so fun just watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to feel what it feels like just filming the video, and then editing it at the end, and then posting it and getting lots of views.
Mm-hmm.
And like, maybe one day we can blow up too, you know?
Yeah, we'll be a duo.
Yeah.
We'll be a little duo.
Uh-huh.
I I mean, even if we don't blow up or anything, there's
Yeah.
nothing much coming out of it. I'm really glad that I get to just make something with you,
Uh-huh.
especially you,
Yeah, me
and
too.
just to make something that I can call my own, and I'm glad
Yeah.
that we can call this our own. So it's heartwarming to just feel like you created something. You know,
Uh-huh.
not like a child or anything, but it feels like you. Okay, maybe it is like a child, because you just created something you enjoy and you love, and you get to watch it back and just be proud of it.
Yeah, well, I'm just
Mm,
glad to have you here today. So,
me too.
yeah.
I'm glad to be the better half of you.
Hey, that's very
But
offending, you know.
I'm sorry, but guess who made the logo and who's gonna make the thumbnail of this video? That's right, me.
Well, it's because you have a really good art skill. Like your arts, they are awesome. You know, I think you should show everyone your art. Like I think you should post, arts everywhere on your social.
I really want to,
Mhm.
but my problem is just motivation and consistency. I
Yeah.
don't do both of them. They don't go well with the way I process things. So
Yeah. Making a podcast, like making a podcast as an introvert, yeah, that is, in my opinion, it's really hard, you know?
yeah, because we're not even used to talking
Yeah.
to like people on the streets or even our family members sometimes. Like, you ever been to like a family reunion? You
Yeah.
see your distant family, your distant relatives, they come up to you and be like, "Oh my god, I haven't seen you since you were a baby." What do
Yeah.
you say?
You're just like quiet. You're like,
Sitting
so
there.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, oh no, anyways.
Oh no. So I like it's I just don't like talking to people. Every time I am outside, just being outside in general, I get so uncomfortable because I just don't
Yeah.
like when other people are seeing me. I want
Yeah.
to be in my own little space, my own little bubble. So, if we can even deal with that, how are we supposed to cooperate? No, comprehend. How are we supposed? Well, we can't cooperate, kind of, but how are we supposed to comprehend?
True, I
Just
feel you.
just comprehend talking to who
Yeah.
knows how many people. We could be talking to like thousands, probably. I don't know.
I don't know. We don't know yet if this channel will
Yeah.
even become a successful channel, but I just
Yeah.
want to record video a lot, like daily maybe, if I can.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't, maybe like 3 times a week, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure our audience here
Mm-hmm.
enjoy what we actually talks about, and like my whole channel in general, and like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I mean, I'm really proud of you just starting this and having just the motivation to start something. I'm genuinely really proud, and I'm so glad that
Thank you.
you're welcome. I just feel like a proud little mom of my son because he's trying to achieve something
You know,
that.
talking about that, actually, like, my parents, they actually wanted me to like start
Mm-hmm.
content on
Oh.
YouTube, and like try to try to get big, you know.
Hmm.
My parents also inspired me to do so, like, um but honestly, I've been kind of lazy with it, you know. Like, I started a channel, and it just stops after like 1 week. That's it. It just stops forever.
It's like you're picking up a hobby and then you just lose interest in
Yeah.
doing it. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
that a lot.
We all do that a lot.
Yeah. I remember I wanted to. I saw this video on TikTok
Yeah.
where this person makes a bullet journal where they chart their days, how many liters of water they drink a day, their mood, like the highlights of their day. You
Uh-huh.
know, to do list, everything so productive. I tried to do that. I was like, okay, I've made everything, the list, the calendar, the whatever I have to do, and then
Yeah.
I just stopped after like 3 days in for the and then once the days goes by, I'm like, yeah, I should probably continue that. I'm gonna do it right before I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen at all. I end up just sleeping without thinking about it, and the cycle just continues on and on. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it tonight. Never done it.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of look back at it and be like, oh, missed opportunity, especially since I already wrote October on it.
Yeah.
So, uh,
Well, honestly,
mhm.
this whole thing
Yeah.
is just like very shocking to me, you know,
Mm.
because like um as an introvert person, like I said earlier, I I I barely socialize, you know. Not every introverts don't socialize that much.
Mm.
You know, like when I talk to new people, it scares me. I'm sure it
Mm.
does for you too because like you're also an introvert, right?
Yeah, I mean, I consider myself an ambivert, which is like a mix
Yeah.
of both,
Uh-huh.
but I see myself as more of an introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I respect that. You know, do you know about the do you know
Mm.
about Disney theories?
I know some.
Yeah.
They're definitely not happy at all. Like you see Disney as being this happy-go-lucky,
Yeah.
such fun stories.
Uh-huh.
And then theories that people come up with is so sad and terrifying that it just
Exactly.
makes me
Like a lot of Disney theories,
Mhm.
they're like dark, like
Yeah,
seriously dark. And
they'll be emo.
I I decided to talk about couple of them here on this the first episode.
Mm.
And
We're
well,
getting a little dark for this first episode, aren't we?
yeah, we are.
Let's just not get us demonetized.
I'm sorry for the kids out there who loves Disney. You
And then
can,
they're gonna hear us talking about
yeah.
whatever dark shit. Just
You can I will put timestamps down below where it will show when I talk about certain stuff. So like
Mhm.
you can go if you don't like Disney theories
If
or
you don't like just dark
yeah,
themes, like all
that
that,
things.
it's okay.
You
You
can
can yeah, you can just watch any part of the
yeah,
podcast through. It's
yeah.
up to you
You
because
can click
what matters most is what you can handle.
yeah, we just want you to have fun, okay? But we want to
Yeah,
share a lot of stuff um in this podcast. So like
we're
okay, continue.
continue.
Okay. I'm gonna get onto the theories. So you can say what you want first and then I'll get into the theories.
We're not gonna leave any of our viewer of our audios here,
Yeah.
all traumatized because that's not what we want.
Yeah.
Okay, a night out doesn't mean we're gonna leave you just scared. You
Uh-huh.
know, it's probably night for you guys. We're not gonna leave you with nightmares. So.
Yep. We already warned you, okay? So like if you want to continue listen, you're more than welcome to. But like if you
If you're
want to
still here and you're traumatized, it's your fault.
hey, don't say that, okay?
What am I supposed to say?
if
I'm sorry.
it's okay. If you want to skip to like if you want to skip to another, part of this podcast, you're more
We'll
than welcome
gladly
to.
meet you there.
Yeah. But in today's episode, actually, we're gonna talk. It's gonna be a bit dark. So like, if you don't want dark stuff, you can just wait until we release the next episode. All right? Yeah. It's it's pretty. I mean,
Pretty graphic.
I guess so. I was like thinking. So should the first the first episode of our podcast be this dark?
Yeah. Should our introduction to the world,
Uh huh.
you know, to the world content really be us talking about deaths and
Yeah.
whatever shit Disney has to offer us?
Yeah. But
Whatever.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I'll
Hmm.
probably listen to what you're going to say first about Disney and everything, and then I'll talk more about the Disney theories.
What
So,
would? Because I have many things on my mind about Disney. I love Disney.
uh huh. Yeah, yeah. We all love Disney.
Mhm.
Like honestly, it's it's a Disney. Like it's such a fun, such a
Mhm.
f-
It's such a
it's a
fun place, you know. You
yeah.
don't expect things to go so wrong, and
Mhm.
things definitely did go wrong.
Yeah.
Like in
Things.
Disneyland, there's like deaths like
Oh.
happening. Yeah. Uh,
Oh wait, you can tell me
that's
more
coming
about
in
it.
really. That's coming in really suddenly. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
But okay, so in different Disneyland
Uh
parks,
huh.
of course, there's gonna be danger here, but there's literal deaths happening. There's this one
Yeah.
story that I found on TikTok.
Uh huh.
Again, TikTok's my happy place apparently. Where there was this young worker who worked at this section in Disneyland. I think it was like an old show
Uh huh.
that now completely closed off. It's no longer running. But this show had like 6 stages that were rotating. And
What?
yeah, it was like a rotating stage. It sounds really
Oh,
cool.
it's one of those stage. Yeah, I've seen them a
Yeah.
lot.
I've never seen them, but from the idea
I
and
mean,
what they
not in
contain.
real life, but
Yeah,
like
but
I've seen them in
I've
shows.
I've never even seen them like in shows or pictures or anything. I've just heard about it and I think it's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about the name, so I'm really sorry if I sound disrespectful or anything.
It's
But
okay.
basically, this poor girl, I feel so bad.
Uh
But
huh.
she, was working at a section of this, play,
Yeah.
and um, people don't know if she was either um, hopping across from stages or she was just, walking around doing her job. But she ended up falling in between, like, some parts of the solid
This.
wall and the stage.
Oh God. Oh, that is very graphic.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
So,
imagine
yeah.
like seeing that in person. Like imagine
Hmm.
seeing someone being squashed between two walls. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
and it's so unfortunate because these walls are like kind of turning a little bit slowly. So
Yeah.
the whole time, when she was being crushed,
Yeah.
she was alive. So
Oh
it was a
no.
very slow and painful death, and I'm so
Oh, that's
sorry.
so.
I wish I can pay respects to her because I just forgot the name, and I wish I could do more research. And I'm
Yeah,
sorry
it's
about
okay. But
that. But
dang,
yeah,
that is very crazy, honestly. Because
and that's not even the end of it actually,
oh,
because
what?
you people have heard
Mm-hmm.
her screaming
Oh,
in agony and in pain during the show, but they didn't say anything because they thought it was a part of the show or it was like somewhere
oh
outside.
no, that
Yeah,
is.
so they
Oh,
could hear her just screaming and shouting, and when like the stages are finished rotating, she was found dead.
oh no.
Mhm.
Bro, that is so graphic. People, it's so sad for her. She got caught into, between the stage and the whole wall while it's rotating slowly, torturing her to death.
Yeah, and the thing is, she was young. She was really young. I think
Yeah,
she was early 20s or 17 or 18, 19, somewhere
dang,
around that.
poor,
She was
poor
really young. So
girl.
yeah, it's just a shame because she had such a nice life in front of her way, and it's just plot ruined because of this. Um, I think the show was closed down for a little bit. They added like safety, maybe
Oh,
safety shit, and it opened for like a few more years and then closed somewhere in the 1980s.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever went to a Disneyland?
I'm s- I've never been to Disneyland.
Oh no.
I feel okay. The closest thing was
Yeah.
in Minecraft. Okay.
Oh,
I was like,
Disneyland in Minecraft?
yeah, it exists. I can show
Oh,
you
I
later.
never heard of it. I've like
It's.
always played servers like Bad War servers or Hive. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's our childhood.
Yeah.
It's my childhood. I don't know about yours, but like it's
Um.
mine.
Actually, funny story. I used to play on Mineplex a lot. I
Oh,
only played on Mineplex and Hypixel because I grew up on Dan TDM. That's he's the only
yeah.
Minecraft YouTuber I
Dan
watch.
TDM is the goated.
He's the OG.
Yeah, he's the OG.
I feel so like I don't know. Because he has a son now.
Yeah,
He has a,
it's crazy that crazy to think that he's growing older because I also used to watch a lot of his skits with the villager
yeah.
professor,
I
whatever
remember when
his
he
name
had
is.
his long hair, like it was
Yeah.
blue. Mm,
He was like our
yeah.
childhood Minecraft YouTuber.
It's like now with Dream and everything, honestly, I think the hate for Dream is so unwanted. 'Cause
Yeah, I mean,
I get like some fans are toxic, but to generalize like an entire fandom, like you just hear, oh, I like Dream, then you just in disgust, like, ew, what the fuck?
yeah.
It's so.
Honestly, like
Mm.
Dream is a pretty good YouTuber too. Like he keeps us entertained with his what was it?
With his manhunts.
Manhunts. Yeah,
Yeah,
manhunts.
and like the SMP was fun too.
Yeah, watching the lore of the whole SMP, it was
And there's
crazy.
still more coming out too. I
Yeah, there's
think it's
still lore.
I forgot what the kingdom's called. Is it Konoha?
Like
Right?
if I'm not mistaken, Technoblade, our
Mm-hmm.
Technoblade is in the prison with Dream.
Oh, honestly, I haven't catched up in a while, so I don't know. But
Uh
what I've heard so far is that there's a teaser that I
huh.
think Quackity came out with, and it was like something big is coming, and in the picture there's like
Oh.
grids. Like, when Lemenberg,
Uh
mm,
huh.
like grids, like
Yeah.
TNT grids, and there's like like leaves and details. So people, I think this is. I keep on forgetting what that is. It Kinoko Kingdom? Is it
I'm
called?
not sure.
I don't. I'm not sure either. I sound like a boomer, but uh, um, yeah. So possibly that kingdom. What if it blows up?
Like
What if it blows up, bro?
it's crazy how all of this is
Mhm.
plotted by Wilbur. Wilbur created all of this lore, and then
Mhm.
he made the canon life system, which is
Mm.
crazy.
I. I. Uh, well,
I
I
can't
used.
even imagine how much work Wilbur put into like just a whole Minecraft server.
Do you know like his ARG? He had like an ARG.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's like a really hard ARG because nobody has solved it yet.
Mhm.
No, not a single person has solved it yet, and um, I'm really interested in it. I love ARGs. I love horror
Yeah.
sometimes. I like video essays where they talk about ARG. I don't like watching it because I'm a little pussy, but I I just like video essays and then talking and analyzing um like scary short series on YouTube. I really enjoy that. So when I heard MapPack came out with a film theory
Yeah.
on Wilbur's ARG, I was so interested in it. I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn more about it.
Oh.
It I've heard people say that it's one of the most intricate ARGs to solve because there's like a lot of red herrings and there was a lot of leads that led to nowhere. So
Oh, dang.
yeah, it's like so hard to solve because there's so many turns and Just
Yeah.
waste time. There's so many different leads. I just went to nowhere, so people just don't know the sufficient for so many, you know, things.
Well, I would love to hear more about the Dream SMP, but let's get back to the Disney, okay?
Yes.
Because I honestly really think all this whole Disney thing is interesting. Like
Yeah.
I don't think, of course, I don't like the fact that people are dying in Disneyland. N- not
Who does?
purposely, not purposely, like
Mm-hmm.
accidentally. I do not want that because Disneyland is a park for kids, and it's such a wholesome park.
It's a wholesome. It's such a
Yeah,
wholesome.
I've went to Disneyland before. I actually
How was it? How
like
was it?
yeah, it was great. It was great, but we didn't really did any of the rides. We just
Bro.
walk around and have fun. We just
Yeah.
yeah. It was like outside of the country Disneyland. It wasn't like somewhere in Malaysia. Wait, is there
Um,
Disneyland in Malaysia?
no.
I don't think so.
Bro, there's no. The closest thing we have is Legoland.
Yeah.
That's the closest thing we have.
But like we don't yeah, we don't have Disneylands in Malaysia, but like it's
Mm-hmm.
still somewhere like another country. I was in a vacation with my whole family and
Mm-hmm.
with my grandpa who has now passed away.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But yeah, I was in a vacation with him. It was like a couple of years ago. We went to Disneyland. We just wanted to see what's there, and everything looks really fun. But the
Mm-hmm.
fact that knowing that people some people die in accidents in Disneylands, it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy to think about that.
Yeah. It's so unfortunate. Actually, I think it's the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Yeah.
People have like spread their hold on, loved ones' ashes in that ride.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they spread the ashes.
What?
Yeah, and people have speculated that the bones on that ride are
Yeah.
real bones.
Dang, that's so fucked up.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you're on a ride and then you just think about God, how many people have died in here? How many dead
Bro,
particles are
why
there?
would you put ashes in like a
I
kid's
don't
ride?
know. Maybe, do you would you I mean I'm thinking from the thought process. Maybe it was their favorite place, and we want to let them rest in their favorite place. But at the
Well,
same
true, but
time,
then
think about the children. The
yeah,
children.
there's children there.
The
Bruh.
children.
There's no
Mm.
way there's any more Disneyland deaths, right? There's no
Oh,
way.
bestie.
There's more?
Yeah, there's so much more. You search up like deaths at Disneyland,
Yeah.
it takes you to a wiki.
Alright, well let me just look up real quick.
It's on my monitor right now. I can
Oh,
read
it
some
is?
of them.
Oh, okay, okay. Tell me.
Scroll. Let me find like a long one.
Alright.
Of America. On
Ew,
December 24th, 1998, a heavy metal. What the hell is that word?
what?
Cleat? Is that cleat? It's CLEAT. I'm sorry. I am. English is not my first language.
That's okay. That's totally
A
fine.
metal cleat
Uh-huh.
fastened to the hull of a sailing ship Columbia. Of sail. No. Okay, let me reread this. On
Okay.
December 24th, 1998, a heavy metal cleat fastened to the hull of sailing ship Columbia tore loose,
Uh-huh.
striking one cast member and two part guests. One of the guests, Lua, I'm sorry if I. Why do I have to butcher everything? Luan V. Dawson, 33 years old, of Duval, Washington, died of a head injury.
Oh. Oh.
The normal non plastic hemp rope designed to break easily, used to tie the boat off,
Uh-huh.
was improperly placed for financial reasons, a common theme of the Kessler-Harris era. Not sure what that is, but it's in the paragraph that I'm reading from. By an elastic nylon rope, which stretched and tore the cleat from the ship's
Oh.
wooden hull. Disney received so much criticism for this incident due to its alleged policy of restricting outside medical personnel in the park to avoid frightening visitors.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, we're gonna stop right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Why would you? Okay, I get you don't want a scene breaking out. You don't want visitors and guests to be frightened of a fact. Oh my god, an
Yeah.
incident happened. At the same time, you're putting that, but the cost is so much worse. You're putting your the reputation of like a whole park
Uh-huh.
just because you don't want some frightened guests.
Exactly.
Like
Bro.
this makes it even worse. The fact that you don't the it's gonna make the situation worse. They could have survived.
Exactly. What the hell?
All for all to save face. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
I just don't
exactly.
like it when people take the longest route to just make themselves look better. It's such bullshit, and it's
I
such a
know.
dick move to do. You have such an easy obstacle to cross. You have such an easy solution. Why do you want to do that? You literally have two steps to go. Okay? It's
Yeah.
one half of a millimeter right in front of you. You go just you, you decide to make a fucking U-turn 100 kilometers away. You go to the moon and back. You go to
Uh-huh.
fucking Pluto, the next galaxy. You're so far away from this fucking solution. Just so you can make yourself look better. It's not fair.
Dang.
Continue.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. As well for the fact that the cast member in charge of the ship at
Uh-huh.
the time was not trained on the attraction.
What? Oh my god.
Due to this incident and the way it was handled, Disney reinstated lead foremen to many rides, and the Anaheim police began placing officers in the park to speed response. This accident resulted in the first guest death in Disneyland's history. That was not
Damn.
attributed. Wait, wait, that was not attribute. Oh my god, that was not attributable to any negligence on the part of the guest.
Yeah.
California's Division of Occupational Safety and Health investigated the incident and found fault in the training of a park employee who placed the docking line on the cleat even though the cleat was not intended to help brake the ship, but only hold it in place once it had already docked. Right
Yeah.
procedure for the ship's captain to reverse the ship if it's over. Oh my god, I can't speak today. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Current procedures call for the ship's captain to reverse the ship if it overshoots the dock and then reapproach the dock at the correct speed. So OSHA
Damn.
fined Disneyland $12,500 for the error, while the theme park settled a lawsuit with the victim survivors for 25 million,
Oh. Oh. Damn.
according to Los Angeles Times estimate.
Disneyland really fucked up.
Yeah, like OSHA, bro, OSHA themselves fined Disneyland $1,250, twelve hundred
Yeah.
and $500. Sorry, and
Uh-huh.
then the victim survivors fined sued them for 25 million.
Dang. Oh my god. Disneyland. What is
This is
this?
just, this is just like there's three other stories to this ride,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not gonna get into that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Should I read any of the rest? Because there's plenty
I
more.
wanna get to mine.
All right, go to. I've took my time. Your honor.
Alright. Well, like I said before, I was gonna talk about Disney theories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I got like just for now I just got couples, but I'll promise you I'll get more theories later on.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's our first episode anyway, so.
Yeah. So, Kristoff
Yeah?
from
Mm-hmm.
Frozen, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um we all
Oh, is
know,
one
well,
theory?
I don't know about if people knows a lot
Mm-hmm.
about Frozen Disney theories, but Frozen
Mm-hmm.
has a lot of dark
Yeah.
dark
Hon-
theories.
Frozen leaves me with a lot of questions. Like, where does Elsa's powers come from? You know,
Exactly.
like we
So
don't even. Yeah. So continue.
yeah, you know, there's a really twisted theory where like Chris, you know that that cloth, that like
Mhm.
winter cloth that
Yeah,
Christoph
yeah.
is wearing,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually a skin pelt of Sven's mother.
Oh,
Yeah, like that's the skin pelt of Sven's mother. Like,
is that why
oh,
Sven is like attached to him? Because he smells his mom on
I think so,
Chinese.
but
Oh,
that's crazy.
does he like think that's Christoph is Sven?
Because if you think about it,
Uh
he
huh.
he's definitely he definitely looks like he's wearing a reindeer skin.
Yeah, it's like you don't see anybody else in like the movie see wearing like what seems like a leather,
Yeah, like,
and especially like the way he grew up. It
yeah, like, damn, like, just imagine how dark that is. Like,
Mhm,
you control you control an animal by
mhm.
killing its mom and then wearing it on you so that the animal is uh
Just it's
attached
just
to you.
yeah, it things like oh my god, this is
Oh, that is crazy. That is really crazy.
yeah.
Like,
It,
yeah, continue.
can I get into like a serial killer for a
Yeah, yeah, sure,
second?
sure, sure.
You know Ed Gein?
Sorry?
Ed Ed Gein.
Again, no. From where?
Okay, he's a serial killer. I'm
Uh-huh.
not sure of the details, but
Yeah.
he it's gonna get really graphic.
Alright,
So
alright. Um,
if you guys need to skip
warning.
this,
Warning
feel
for.
free. Feel free to skip this.
Yeah.
Warning: blood, graphic, any.
Well, there's not really graphic because it's just listening, but like still,
Uh,
it's a warning, okay?
yeah, but like a graphic.
Yeah.
Description.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, Adigan, he
Yeah.
is a murderer.
Uh-huh.
Uh, one time, like in this town, they noticed that some like women were missing, and
Uh-huh.
I don't know what happened, but they ended up investigating at Dean's house. When they came in, they saw like skinned bodies, basically.
Oh.
And they
Oh.
saw gloves, lamps, clothes, basically anything you can think of made out of human skin.
Oh no. Oh, that's.
And like face skin. Like one piece
Oh,
face that you can fucking wear.
that's. Oh, that's so graphic.
So imagine, like, if that's graphic, imagine like
Yeah.
you see that through like a reindeer. You see it through Sven's eyes. It's
Yeah.
like what? It's you're wearing someone's skin. It makes me so uncomfortable.
Oh, bro, imagine
Yeah.
Sven's head. Sven is like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I can't wait to see mom," which is Kristoff. But like, I can't wait to see mom. She's gonna bring
And
me. She's gonna bring me like carrots for me to eat.
he's gonna do carrots all day and sing me to sleep all day.
Yeah. And then like Kristoff is the one to come, and then like with Sven's mother skin.
But man, what
Oh,
what if when he was younger it was already his mom's skin?
yeah,
He
bro.
just
Poor Sven. Poor
yeah.
Sven. But like,
Cancel Kristoff.
I,
Animal cruelty.
like,
We
honestly,
need to take this to Twitter.
we really don't
They'll
want
handle Kristoff.
we really don't want Kristoff to be cancelled, to be honest, because he's such a nice character. He's like probably one of the nicest character in the Frozen.
Mm.
But then like the die theories, dang.
There's a theory
Uh huh.
regarding Kristoff and the trolls. Do you know?
Yeah.
Mind telling us about
What
it?
you wanna tell about it?
Do you want to tell about it? It's your
I don't know about the theory though.
Okay, so
Yeah.
um they say that Hans isn't the villain.
Oh, okay.
They said the Hans isn't the villain. You know who's the villain? Trolls.
Oh,
The
okay.
rock people. The rock boys. Them little fucking stones you can kick like soccer balls into out of the cliffs. I don't know.
Dang. Yeah, why are they the villains?
So, you know how in the scene
Mm-hmm.
where they're just shipping Anna and Kristoff together, making this little wedding,
Yeah.
and the song's Fixer Upper. I'm gonna pull up the lyric.
Alright. What we're about to sing, like we're about to hear Crisis sing over here.
No, no. I okay. The people say that this scene is kind of disturbing
Mm-hmm.
because Anna is engaged
Yeah.
and she's over here being married
Mm-hmm.
to Kristoff through these trolls. No matter how many times Kristoff says she's like engaged or whatever, I
Mm-hmm.
think they didn't stop. I think there's a
Dang.
lyric in the song where it's like, kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
You know, Mm, I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry if I can't find it.
It's okay. While you're trying to find it, I'll talk about my second theory. So, the second theory is involving like Toy Story.
Oh.
Yeah, Toy Story. Um, so, we all know Toy Story have, yeah, it's it's one of the most famous things about Toy Story. Famous
Mhm.
traits about Toy Stories is that
Mhm.
they have multiple villains.
Oh.
Yeah, like remember that kid that wears, that wears the black shirt,
Kid?
and yeah,
Big forehead and mega mind looking
yeah,
kid?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, he would detach the toys' bodies and everything, right? That's
Hmm.
crazy. But you know
Hmm.
who the real villain is?
The toys?
No, 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 no. The real villain is Andy's mom.
Who?
Andy's mom.
I thought that the toys were like that. Sorry, I thought that the toys were the villains. How's it Andy's mom? Huh?
um. So basically, okay. There's
Mm-hmm.
like there's there's an emotion, there's emotional scene in
Mm-hmm.
like Toy Story 2
Mm-hmm.
where it was featuring Jessie. You know
Mm-hmm.
Jessie, right? The
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
the red. Mm.
the girl toy,
Yeah, the
the girl
girl redhead.
cowboy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the girl cowgirl. Yeah,
The girl
yeah.
cowgirl. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was, if I'm not mistaken, the scene was called "When She Loved Me." It was a "When
Huh?
She Loved Me" montage.
Huh?
Yeah,
What?
it was like it was a scene on Toy Story 2, and then like
Mm-hmm.
we didn't really learn what happened, but like Jesse's owner, she
Mm-hmm.
like abandoned the Jesse.
Oh,
Yeah,
poor Jessie.
and like some theories, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
says that
Mm-hmm.
the cold-hearted Emily, which is Jesse's owner,
Uh,
is actually Andy's mom.
oh,
Yeah, like okay,
what to prove? Mm-hmm.
now now you think about it, like
Mm-hmm.
um you know on the first movie,
Mm-hmm.
Andy Andy was already wearing a human-sized version of Jesse's hat. Like Jessie didn't even come out at on the first movie yet. She came out on the Toy Story 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like Jesse's hat, or Andy was already wearing Jesse's hat on like the first movie. You know what that means? It's
Andy's mom could
and
have
it
had that.
yeah, it was Andy's mom all Jessie had, but then like she gave it to Andy now.
Mm-hmm.
But then like there's a lot of mysteries and like evidence that points out
Mm-hmm.
to there's actually like a mystery about the real name of Andy's mom, because we
Mm-hmm.
never knew what the real name of Andy's mom is.
So it could be Emily.
It could be Emily.
It could be Emily.
Yeah.
What?
So
Maybe, what if like a point of the show they mentioned like an Emily? You know.
yeah.
related to the mom.
Like,
Hmm.
oh, that is a crazy theory. Like,
Yeah.
Andy's mom is like a
Mm-hmm.
goddess. She helps with Andy and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
It's like,
yeah,
and she was like the cause.
but then like, she was the
Mm-hmm.
one who, abandoned Jesse.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
She abandoned Jesse. Poor Jesse.
Like you ever okay? Think of yourself as a toy, right?
Yeah.
Your job is to make sure this child feels loved and happy. And
Uh
in
huh.
the end, after everything you gave them, just
Yeah.
leave you behind. You have nowhere to
Oh.
go. You don't know where to go. You're just lost in the middle of nowhere. It's not like you can call a taxi, you can hitchhike or anything.
Yeah.
You're just basically gone.
Yeah.
Actually, you know,
It's
do
crazy.
toys in Toy Story actually die?
I don't know, but like, now that you
Hmm?
now that you
Yeah,
think about it, right?
yeah,
If you
right.
if you think
Did
about
they
it,
ever die?
yeah,
Okay, when Sid, he takes apart toys,
yeah,
fixes them together. They're still alive. They're still
exactly.
moving. No matter how many times you take them apart, you destroy. They're still alive.
So
So,
like, how
uh,
how how there are toys though? How are they alive? Does that mean like there's some kind of god that gives them their own soul?
do they even look at? But when you think about this,
Uh huh.
like there are toys out there
Yeah.
who who are just
Normal.
broken. They
Yeah.
maybe don't have legs.
Yeah.
They're just out there abandoned, and they're alive.
Exactly.
They're just
Like,
out there in the open. They're
oh,
living. They're breathing.
that's
And
scary.
yeah, that's terrifying. But you don't know because they're just abandoned, and they're gonna be
Yeah.
abandoned for how long? For years until they're found. Probably they're never found. They're forever living, just staying there, lost.
I've been
That's
thinking like I
Mhm,
wonder if like I was thinking, maybe there's like
mhm,
something in each of these toys, in their
mhm,
body that holds
mhm.
their souls.
Yeah.
So like even
Getting
if
to
their
Five Nights at Freddy's realm here.
yeah, even if they even if their hands are like taken
Mm-hmm.
off, or they are decapitated,
Decapitated.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then like their body parts, they're all just off, they're
Mm-hmm.
still alive. Maybe it's because whatever this thing is inside the Toy Story
Mm-hmm.
body, there
Mm-hmm.
is the one that's keeping them alive. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what happens to their body,
Mm-hmm.
as
It's
long
the
as
only thing keeping them alive. And
yeah,
as long as their entire body and everything's incinerated, like
yeah,
that one scene in the incinerator,
yeah,
maybe that's the only way they'll die.
yeah. Maybe it's because when it was burning, it burned the thing inside of the
Side of
body.
them.
Yeah,
It completely destroyed their souls and everything.
yeah.
That's the only way they'll die.
Maybe
So
their soul is
mhm,
not a whole spiritual thing. Maybe their
mhm.
soul is an actual object.
I feel like maybe it is sort of spiritual because there's some spirituals out
Yeah,
there.
true.
Their souls can be burned and everything. So,
Yeah. Well,
but I think it's fine to just
continue.
think about this again. Sorry, it's just so terrifying to think about. Like, if the incinerator was the only thing that destroys them fully,
Yeah.
kills them,
Uh huh.
then the other toys out there who are dismantled, disfigured, who are just ruined, that have never been put in the incinerator. They're
Exactly.
just alive.
They.
It's torturous,
Yeah.
because they're basically immortal,
Bro,
but they can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if they're in like the streets, and
Mhm.
like cars just bump over them, but they're still alive, but they can feel
Mhm.
the pain.
Oh, and they can't die either.
Like
They just feel the pain constantly.
yeah,
And they're lonely too. They're alone. They
yeah.
don't know where to go.
You see, because like if you look at like the scene where uh that
Mhm.
that kid wearing that black shirt, when it
Sid.
took off, yeah, when he took off like parts of the
Mhm.
toys were screaming, like
Yeah.
they were feeling
They
the
went through
pain.
pain. Yeah.
Yeah, which means they could feel pain.
Pain. Yeah.
Like, dang.
Man.
Anyway, so
Mm,
you wanna get back to your theory earlier?
yeah, sure. I bumped into my table. Okay, I found the lyric.
All
So
right. Yeah, the
I'm
lyric.
just gonna through that Toy Story. I feel horrible. Okay. So the lyric that we're talking. Okay, so just to refresh, we're saying the trolls here are the devil, not are the villains, and
Uh-huh.
it's not Hans. So in the song where they're just shipping Anna and Kristoff together,
Yeah.
one of the lyrics says, so she's a bit of a fixer-upper, that's a minor thing. Her quote engagement is a flex arrangement, and by the way, I don't see no ring. So she's a bit of a fixer-upper, her brain's a bit of betwixt.
Uh-huh.
Get the fiance out of the way, and the whole thing will be fixed.
What?
That's in the lyric. Get the fiance.
Oh.
So you know how they can get rid of Anna's memory? They got rid of Anna's
Yeah.
memory that Elsa was ever bad. What
Mm-hmm.
if they they um they could do some other things? They could brainwash. So in the first
Oh.
half, okay, listen, hear me out. In the first half of Frozen, you see Hans as this as this charming,
Yeah, yeah.
and all of a sudden he's evil. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. Okay, in the scene where he's, the boat was under him and he's all wet and stuff, you can see that charming smile. There's no
Yeah.
smile where it's like, I'm gonna take advantage of this girl and take over this whole kingdom. You don't see that. You
It's
see
like a
genuine
pure
feeling.
smile.
Yeah, yeah. And
Bec-
like the song "Loving the Open Door," like it doesn't make sense how he's suddenly so evil and just switches.
like
It doesn't make sense.
if you think about it, right, in the Frozen, we
Mhm.
don't really know anything about the trolls actually. Like
Yeah.
all we know is that the elder trolls,
Mhm.
they can they can help to fix Anna stuff, you know.
They what if they have other powers?
Yeah.
What if sometimes when this at some point when this happens,
Mhm.
what they mean by get their fiance out of the way, the whole thing will be fixed. They brainwashed Hans.
Oh.
They turn him bad so that
Oh.
he gets out of the way, and Kristoff and Anna will be together.
Oh. That makes
Yeah,
sense. That
that's
makes
why he's suddenly
sense.
so bad. That's what they mean. Get the fiance out of the way, and the whole thing will be fixed.
So like, so
Oh,
they're doing it.
mhm.
They're
On
doing the good
purpose.
stuff, but like
Hmm.
in a bad way.
Yeah,
Like we
but
all obviously want to see Anna and Kristoff marry.
mhm. but it wasn't really meant to be
Yeah.
because it's not right.
Oh, that is
It's
crazy.
yeah, it's so messed up too. Cause I just can't wrap my head around about how sudden Hans is just so evil. It was like
Exactly.
when Anna was gonna go to Elsa,
Yeah.
Hans was eager to help.
Exactly.
He was eager to help the citizen. If he was really going to take over, he would have done something abusive or manipulative or anything. But no, he stays, follows Anna's orders, and helps. Yeah,
Dang.
mhm. But
So yeah,
mhm. it's a genuine love, and it just doesn't make sense for him to be a villain either.
but
And I
imagine though, it's so sad to think about.
mhm.
Like
His whole life being thrown
yeah,
away.
you
Yeah.
have you're in love with this girl, but you're
Hmm.
never meant to be with her. So like you're just brainwashed to become
Hmm.
evil.
And that girl throws you off of a ship.
Yeah, that's
It
crazy.
just changes these trolls. Take them to Twitter. Cancel. Troll party. No, wait, no. The tro- uh, trolls are over party. That's what I meant. We're gonna
So
cancel them.
as like
Mm-hmm.
we both live in Malaysia. We both are
Mm-hmm.
grown up
Mm-hmm.
to be Malaysians.
Yeah, we are Malay, very
Yeah,
Malay.
we are we are very Malay.
Malaysian very good. We
uh
have Malaysian very nicely.
yeah.
Malaysian
what are your thoughts about your childhood as a Malaysian growing up in Malaysia?
Oh. Okay,
Okay.
Malaysia's a good country.
It's okay. No matter what you say, I'm pretty sure I'll I'll feel the same as how you say as what you say, um because I also live in Malaysia like for
Mhm,
the first couple of years
mhm.
after my kindergarten. So not
You
the
know
first couple of
what
years, just
schools
one
are
year.
like here.
Yeah, I know what schools are
Oh,
like here. Why don't you tell us all about it?
alrighty, alright.
Let's go on a big adventure.
Oh, alright. So, um, my experience being in schools in Malaysia.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's okay. It's
as
okay.
any country,
Uh
as Malaysian Asians, ni hao or whatever.
huh.
I'm so sorry, racist. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, man.
Okay, but honestly, the I have so much to complain. It's indescribable.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, okay,
Mhm.
for those who don't know, primary is for when you're 7 to 12. Secondary is when you're from 13 to 17.
Yeah, I
Then,
remember. Malaysia
yeah,
follows the British system, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Because we're colonized.
Mhm.
So we just follow any British system.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, so for some reason, in primary school, where you're young, you are new to this, school, you're
Yeah.
getting used to everything. The teachers in primary school are much, much stricter than they are in secondary.
God damn, bro. I feel you. Well, wait, is primary school supposed to be like kindergarten?
No, 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 no. Kindergarten. Primary school is, like I said,
Um,
7 to 12 year
7 to
olds.
12 years. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. I feel you. I feel you. Because like I was in
Mm-hmm,
Malaysia from like kindergarten until like the first year of primary school, and then after that I went to Saudi.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can tell me about it because like I haven't been to like a public school actually in Malaysia that much so far.
Yeah, because you're a young boy. I'm very experienced in my field. Okay, so for my experience,
Yeah.
I don't think I speak for all, but from what I've heard from my friends, I'm gonna speak for possibly a majority of people who have schooled in Malaysia.
Mhm.
In my experience in my primary school, it was very stressful. From when
Yeah.
I was standard 1 to 3, which was when I was 7 to 9, it was honestly pretty good. I was really happy, and I found myself, as a very cheerful child that
Mhm.
just liked to make friends, and I
We
would
all
talk
start
and
really
laugh.
positive.
But when I started in standard 4 all the way to standard 6,
Mhm.
hell broke loose for me. I I started getting the really strict teachers that people are scared about. One time, I was in my science class. This was my second science class with my science teacher that I will be taught by for the next 3 years. I was taught from standard 4 to standard 6 by the same science teacher. I was in my second class ever with her, and she actually, it wasn't my second. I think it was my first class with her because I
mhm.
missed like the first few days of school because I was sick.
Yeah.
I'm always like that. She slapped me in the back
Oh,
with a book
yeah.
because I was writing slow.
You were writing what?
I was writing slow, like I was
Oh,
writing slow. So she just slapped
what?
me in the
That's
back
so
with a
crazy.
yeah. And some people might think, oh, that's not that bad, but hear me out, okay? Stop, touching on mental health for a bit. When you're a 10-year-old,
Yeah.
you're new. You're still a child,
Mhm.
and I was told so many times in my primary school that you are already grown up, so you should act like it.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
okay, I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to talk back to you, but I'm speaking out the truth here. When you think of a 10-year-old, you don't
Mhm.
think of someone grown up. When you see a 10-year-old
Yeah.
act grown up, you feel uncomfortable, because they're a child. They
Yeah,
should
they're
be
a
enjoying
child.
childhood and everything. They should be living all their lives. They should be happy
Yeah.
children. But when you hear that, and you just, from my experience, the teachers at lunch, they
Uh-huh.
called us stupid, like literally,
Oh,
like they yelled at us because
dang.
because we didn't put, like, we left the canteen messy. But I understand, but to just yell at us, call us stupid and shit,
Yeah.
it's so, I don't know how to describe it. It's so disturbing because, again, these are children. You're calling them all grown up. It's, I don't know how to describe the way it makes me feel, but
Yeah. It's
mm,
okay.
I grew up, in my standard four all the way to standard six, with just feed my self confidence slowly just declining, and it didn't help because one time, um, in my class, there was this one, some of my quote unquote friends, my classmates, they took away my notebook and
Uh-huh.
they wrote, like, shit in it. One of
Oh,
them was a death
dang.
threat. How do, and, like, well, I hope you, pass away. You're not supposed to.
Oh,
No,
sorry, sorry,
literally.
sorry.
They took my book. They
Yeah.
wrote in it, "I hope you die." Yeah.
Dang.
And, like, I was already, like, not in a good spot at that time, so just getting that just made me feel really upset. Especially since I didn't even give them permission to
Mhm.
just take my book. I just took it and then left.
You know,
Um, mhm.
Malaysian school are like the worst. Like seriously, Malaysian. Well, not like private school. I meant like public school. I mean, some private schools are the same, but like public school in Malaysia, they're like the worst. Like
Yeah,
I honestly really hate Malaysian public school because like they make us feel so bad to the
they make
point.
us feel so invalidated. They
Yeah.
make us feel so horrible just for being children.
And then
And
at the end of the day, what they're gonna do is they're just gonna give excuse to our parents, and go like, oh yeah, we're mad because we love you.
yeah,
Like,
okay, hear me out. You love your kids, right?
yeah.
If you,
Well, I don't have
and you're
kids.
mad, I'm talking to the teachers. Okay,
Yeah.
these teachers, they have children. If you really loved your children and you're mad at them, would you call them stupid? Would you call them a fucking failure?
Exactly.
Would you just slap them? No, you wouldn't. That's not
Yeah.
love. Okay?
That's
There's a
just
difference
pure
between
hate.
love and just getting angry.
Exactly.
Again, we're children. We are kids. Why are you being so harsh on us? It's not helping. I've seen people say that, oh, we're being mad at you and being harsh on you so it will motivate you.
Like, no, it
No,
doesn't
it does
motivate
not
us.
work at all.
Yeah.
Since, okay, what part of your brain connects? If I
Uh-huh.
verbally abuse this child, this
Oh
small 10
no.
year old, if I say you're stupid,
Yeah.
you're dumb, you're not going to get anywhere with life, you are a failure, because I've heard that when I was 12 from a
Mhm.
teacher, which is honestly traumatizing for me.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
hear all that. Do you expect that child to just take in, yeah, I should definitely benefit myself? That would be a good result, but that's not how it works.
Mhm.
Okay, any human being would take that, especially with stresses with, like, exams, and when that child knows that that the teachers that they're, being taught by have such high expectations,
Yeah.
you are going to stress out. It's not you're gonna they're not gonna take that in as constructive criticism. They're going to take it as a way to
Exactly.
loathe themselves more, to just hate themselves more and question, why am I not like anybody else? Everybody else is so much better. Why am I doing so bad?
For
Another
real.
problem with public schools in Malaysia, especially primary schools, is
Yeah.
that they tend to compare students.
Yeah,
I've
they
had,
compare students
yeah,
so
I've
much.
had so many experiences where I'm not good at Malay, which is, my mother tongue.
Yeah.
It's I'm not good at the language, unfortunately, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been, constantly reminded about how embarrassed I should be. Uh, when I used to be in like the top class,
Yeah.
the first, smartest class apparently,
Mm-hmm.
and I would get, bad grades, even though they weren't that bad. They were C's and B's. That's not that bad, right? That's
Dang, no,
average.
that's not that bad.
Yeah.
That's like mid
Mhm.
range.
I would get C's and B's, and the teachers would say, look at the students in the lower classes. They got so much better grades than you.
I
Do you know
oh
how
my god.
that is?
Like I hate that the most. Like
Yeah.
stop comparing us.
Like,
We
it's
are
not, we're
ourselves.
trying hard. If
Yeah,
anything, you should just be proud of our efforts and what we're doing. I get
exactly.
that you're trying hard to like teach us and everything, but you have a job. You're a teacher. You have a job, and your job isn't only to teach. Your job is to make sure that we're healthy as
Your
children, as
job is
students.
to make sure that we learn. You
Hmm.
know, we instead of
Yeah,
your job is your job is to not traumatize kids. That's not your
yeah,
job. Your job is not to traumatize kids. Your job is to make sure
mm,
we learn. But
yeah.
what you do is the opposite. You traumatize kids
Mhm.
with your
Yeah.
bullshitting excuses.
Mhm. And I have seen parents excuse this behavior as, oh, they're just trying to motivate you.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind how they see this as a motivation. If you
Exactly.
put it in if you put it in their perspective, you're pressured. You have such high expect you sorry you are pressured by high expectations.
Mhm.
You you want to reach a goal that you think is impossible. You can even talk to the counselors, because the teachers here, they gossip a lot about the children, so
Yeah,
you
they
don't even,
gossip so
yeah,
much.
so you can even trust your own counselors.
Exactly.
And it's so you don't really know who to tell. You can't really talk to anyone except for your friends, and even so, they can't really do anything because
Yeah, because they're
they're not
also in the same
involved.
position as you.
And when you bring it up to a teacher, I've had this one incident
Uh-huh.
where my friend,
Yeah.
her mom, uh told the math teacher, like, she's really stressed with work, there's too much homework. The next day he comes into class.
Mhm.
He was upset, like very upset, and he didn't talk to us for a whole day. So we had to apologize to him.
Dang.
He was like merajo.
Yeah.
I don't know what is this in English. He was like holding a grudge against us, and especially her. So my friend had to apologize to him,
No,
to my
yeah,
teacher,
exactly.
for just saying that she's stressed.
Like, dang. It's not our position to apologize to the teachers. It's the teacher's position to
It's the
apologize to
teacher to
us.
take that criticism in. You hear that your student is stressed. Maybe what you should have done is you know, yeah, you could be upset. I understand if you're upset, but your job as a teacher is stop acting like a fucking child.
Exactly. Like
Stop acting like
we're
a
the
5 year
child
old.
here. You guys are the
Yeah.
adults.
So stop treating us. We should respect you. Like, yeah, we should respect them, but what I mean is that we should always respect you if you're gonna treat us like shit. Respect
Yeah.
is gained, not respect is earned. Sorry, it's not something that is just you know we're gifted it. We have to gift it to you automatically. You know,
Mhm.
because again, we're strangers, and if you think that we're just going to automatically respect you just because you're our teacher, no. If
Yeah.
you want us to respect you, at least treat us well. You say the same thing to us too. If you treat me well, I'm going to treat you with respect. Same thing goes to the
From
teacher.
from both
Treat
of
us well.
our from both of our experience as
Mhm.
growing up in Malaysia,
Mhm.
I just have one thing, a conclusion. Malaysian school, especially public school, are shit.
They complete shit. I have
Exactly.
so much things to rant about, to be honest. Like,
Yeah, I
I
understand.
hmm And you can't really tell the teachers. You can't tell your problems to anybody because you are in no sense of power. And what's funny is that they preach about, oh, mental health is so good. This is ways to deal with stress. But when you
Yeah.
talk about stress, to a teacher or
Mm.
anything, they don't acknowledge you. They don't really care. So
Well,
it just
yeah.
hurts. And when I was in my final exams
Mm-hmm.
at the end of my primary school. I was in standard six, so it was my final exam. So I would have a place to go for my secondary school.
Yeah.
I remember I've told this so many times, but I exactly remember my math teacher. He brought me to the front and said, I know that you're only good in English. You're not good in Malay. You're not good in science. You're not good in math. So you're
Mm-hmm.
only going to end up with two um, A's instead of the normal six, and just
Yeah.
left it. So that I,
You went through a lot.
I'm, I, I just had to sit there in front of everybody, as he said this.
Dang.
Every time I would make a mistake in class or get an answer wrong, it was just seen as, yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
always do that. It just happens a lot because it's a mistake. You don't expect it to be right. When I get an answer wrong in like my science class or just when we were discussing answers, I would just be seen as stupid because
Yeah.
I didn't get the answer
It's
right, and I wish that they would rather see this as a way to help instead of saying, why? We've already taught you this before. It's so easy. Like, it's not going to
yeah.
help. It's just going to make everything worse. And when I was going to get my results for my
Mm-hmm.
exam, I, I got the result. And usually my classmates and the students would take pictures happily with their results in their hand, talk to the teachers, say thank you to them before they leave. Because when we got our results, it was the final day of our final day at primary school.
Yeah.
When I got my result and my mom was there, I just took it. I didn't talk to anybody else. I just went home.
All right.
I
Well.
never I've never spoken to my teachers after that. Other than my Malay teacher, I met her in a Google Meet with my
Mm-hmm.
ex classmates one time. But it's honestly really sad because I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to any of my teachers, my friends,
Yeah.
anything. I just saw my result. Yeah, three A's, three B's. Went home, and as soon as I got home, I was just crying a lot.
I think
And then
that's that.
I got
Yeah. Um. Well, you went a lot of crisis. You really did.
yeah, it is definitely a lot, and I definitely still it's things from that things from what my teachers have said.
Yeah.
Um, everything really they've really made a big impact on me, and I feel like they've kind of destroyed me a little bit. I
Poor
know
you.
you've seen, I know you've seen parts of me that are flawed, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to blame because I honestly feel bad for blaming things on other people, but I genuinely feel like parts of it have to, you know, are at fault because
I
of how I
think
was treated.
I think that's that. Yeah.
Mhm.
let's wrap this whole podcast up. You know,
Mhm.
it was really nice to talk with you, Crisis.
Thank
Like
you. Oh,
it was
my
really nice.
me.
Um, well, I hope for the audience out there, I hope you guys had fun listening to us talking, and if you guys want to support us, please, you
Smash the
subscribe.
like button. Let's get this video to 10 billion likes, guys. Smash that like
That's
button.
really a lot.
Bomb it.
You guys can really, I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe and like this video. But thank you overall for listening, and I
Really
think
appreciate the support, really.
yeah.
I'm honestly really glad that I got to just talk my feelings out. I'm sorry if I got really sentimental at the end.
Yeah.
I honestly really enjoyed talking to you, especially talking to anybody who hears this. I feel like I'm hoping that if this ever becomes something, it would grow to a nice community that would be open and you know a little bit free. So
I'm really sorry if we got a bit personal with things. We
mm,
are truly sorry. We
yeah,
apologize for that.
uh, I'm especially sorry because I'm the one who talked a lot about the personal stuff here. So
It's
I'm really
okay.
sorry for my behalf. If you want to, you can cut any of that out.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But
Um,
I
yeah,
think that's it for the night. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
That's it
10:50
for our
p.m.
first.
currently.
That's it for our first episode.
Yep, that's crazy.
How do you feel?
I feel happy that we get just finished our first episode.
I honestly can't believe that we actually get to finish. I didn't think we would even make it to an hour.
Yeah,
We
it's
went more.
like it right now. It's 1 hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
uh,
Well, I think that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much. Well,
um, I hope their voices were soothing.
it's
Yeah.
nights out are calling now, so we're ending this stream. We're ending this podcast.
Hot stream.
Stream shit. Oh, we're gonna go now. Bye bye.
Bye bye.